In today's video, we explore 21 of the most common assistant principal interview questions. Each question has customizable answers designed to showcase your unique qualifications and experiences. To make the most of your preparation, research the organization and review the job description in detail. This will help you tailor your responses to highlight the key skills and qualities the role requires. Question number 1. Why are you interested in becoming an assistant principal? When answering this question, focus on your motivation for the role, what you aim to contribute to the school, and how the role aligns with your career goals. Be genuine and concise. Avoid overcomplicating your answer or focusing too much on what you want to gain. Emphasize what you bring to the role. I'm interested in becoming an assistant principal because I want to make a greater impact on both students and staff. I've enjoyed working directly with students as a teacher, but I see this role as an opportunity to support teachers in their professional growth while also creating a positive school environment. I'm passionate about helping schools achieve their academic and social goals, and I believe my skills in organization and communication can help make that happen. This position is a natural next step for me as I continue to focus on helping schools succeed. Question number 2. What do you think are the most important qualities of an effective assistant principal? To answer this question successfully, focus on qualities that align with the responsibilities of an assistant principal, such as leadership, communication, organization, and student-centered thinking. Be clear and specific, showing you understand the role's demands. I believe the most important qualities of an effective assistant principal are strong communication skills, the ability to build relationships with staff, students, and parents, and strong organizational skills to handle day-to-day operations. Leadership is also critical, as the assistant principal needs to support the principal, manage teams, and inspire teachers and students. Being approachable and fair is essential for creating a positive school environment where everyone feels valued and supported. Question number 3. Why should we hire you as an assistant principal? To answer this question, focus on your unique skills, experiences, and qualities that align with the needs of the school. Highlight your understanding of the role, your leadership abilities, and your dedication to supporting students, staff, and the school community. Avoid generic statements and connect your answer to the specific goals of the school. You should hire me as your assistant principal because I have a strong track record of working collaboratively with teachers, parents, and students to create a positive and productive school environment. I have experience handling student behavior, managing curriculum planning, and supporting teachers in their professional growth. My focus has always been on ensuring students feel supported and prepared for success, both academically and personally. I've worked on improving school programs, increasing family involvement, and fostering a culture of respect and inclusivity. I believe these experiences, along with my passion for education, make me a great fit for your team. I'm committed to helping your school achieve its goals and providing strong leadership that benefits everyone in the school community. Question number 4. How would you handle disciplinary issues with students? To answer this question effectively, focus on a balanced approach that includes maintaining school rules, fairness, and understanding the underlying reasons for student behavior. Highlight collaboration with teachers, parents, and counselors to address the issue constructively while ensuring a positive learning environment. Be concise and emphasize clear, actionable steps. When handling disciplinary issues with students, I believe in a fair and consistent approach. I ensure I understand the situation by gathering all relevant information from students, teachers, and witnesses. Then, I refer to the school's code of conduct to determine an appropriate course of action. I always communicate clearly with the student to help them understand the consequences of their behavior and why it's important to follow school rules. Now, if it's required, I will involve parents and counselors to address underlying issues and work together to support the student in improving their behavior. My goal is to resolve the issue in a way that reinforces accountability while providing an opportunity for the student to learn and grow. Question number 5. What experience do you have with curriculum development and implementation? When asked about your experience with curriculum development and implementation, focus on specific roles you've had, the contributions you made, and how they benefited students and teachers. Mention any collaboration with staff and how you address students' needs. If you face challenges, briefly explain how you handled them. In the following example, I have used a random job role. Don't forget to customize this answer with your own personal experience and qualifications. In my previous role as a department lead, I worked closely with teachers to design and refine the curriculum to align with state standards and meet our students' needs. I led a team to review student data and identify areas where the curriculum needed adjustment, particularly in reading comprehension and math skills. We collaborated to create lesson plans and assessments that were engaging and practical for the classroom. One project I'm proud of was implementing a writing program to improve literacy. I worked with teachers across grade levels to make sure the program was consistent and included supports for students who were struggling. I also facilitated professional development to help teachers feel confident with the materials. As a result, we saw noticeable improvements in test scores and classroom engagement. It taught me how valuable teamwork and clear communication are when developing and implementing curriculum. Question number 6. How would you evaluate and support teachers? Focus on clear and practical steps you would take to evaluate and support teachers. Highlight your ability to provide constructive feedback, create a positive environment for professional growth, and align your efforts with the school's goals. Share specific strategies or examples to make your approach relatable and actionable. I believe evaluating and supporting teachers should always come from a place of collaboration and growth. When I evaluate a teacher, I look for areas where they're excelling and where they might need support. I make sure to observe their classroom with a clear understanding of their goals and challenges. After an observation, I meet with the teacher to provide specific feedback, share any strengths I noticed, and discuss ways to improve. I ask questions to understand their perspective and encourage them to share what they feel they need to be successful. To support teachers, I work on building trust and providing resources, whether that's through coaching, connecting them with professional development, or finding strategies to address challenges. My goal is to make sure they feel valued and equipped to do their best for our students. Question number 7. What strategies would you use to improve student achievement? To answer this question, focus on specific, actionable strategies that directly affect student achievement. Mention approaches to curriculum, teacher collaboration, and student support, showing a balance of leadership and hands-on involvement. Highlight measurable goals and demonstrate your awareness of the school's needs. To improve student achievement, I would focus on 3 main areas: strengthening instruction, building a supportive learning environment, and engaging families. First, I would work closely with teachers to ensure that curriculum delivery meets diverse learning needs. This could include regular classroom observations and providing constructive feedback or organizing professional development sessions based on the latest effective teaching methods. I would also look at creating systems to track student progress more effectively. For example, setting up a system where teachers can quickly identify students who need extra help and ensure interventions happen early. I would work on engaging parents and guardians as partners in their children's learning. Regular communication about academic progress and offering workshops to help them support learning at home can make a big difference. My goal would be to build a collaborative effort among staff, students, and families to help every student succeed. Question number 8. How would you handle an angry or upset parent? When answering this question, show that you remain calm, listen actively, and focus on problem solving. Highlight your ability to de-escalate the situation, prioritize the student's well-being, and maintain a positive relationship with the parent. Make it clear that you value communication and collaboration. If a parent came to me upset, my first step would be to listen carefully without interrupting. I would give them the chance to explain their concerns fully because I know how important it is for them to feel heard. Once I understand the issue, I would calmly summarize what they've shared to ensure I've got all the details right. Then I'd explain what steps I can take to address the situation, whether it's looking into the matter further, clarifying school policies, or arranging a meeting with other staff if needed. My goal would always be to work with the parent to find a solution that supports their child while respecting school guidelines. Even if we don't agree on everything, I would remain respectful and make sure the conversation ends on a positive note. Building trust with parents is important to me. Question number 9. How do you stay up to date on education trends and best practices? When answering this question, show that you actively seek ways to grow and learn in your field. Mention specific methods you use to stay informed, such as professional development, collaboration, or staying current with research. Your answer should make it clear that you're committed to improving your school and students' outcomes. I stay current with education trends and best practices by combining professional learning, collaboration, and research. I regularly attend workshops and conferences that focus on instructional strategies, equity in education, and leadership. I'm also part of a professional learning network where I connect with other educators to share ideas and resources. Reading articles from trusted education journals and websites helps me understand emerging trends and apply what's relevant to my school. On a practical level, I work closely with teachers and staff to see how these trends can improve classroom practices and student engagement. This balance of learning and application helps me stay informed and make a real difference in our school community. Question number 10. What experience do you have with school budgets and finance? Focus on your specific experiences related to school budgets and finance. Be clear about your role, the actions you took, and the outcomes. If possible, provide examples that show your ability to manage resources responsibly and contribute to the school's goals. I have experience working closely with the principal and administrative team on budget planning and monitoring. I helped review funding allocations, prioritize spending to support key programs, and ensure compliance with district guidelines. One year, I assisted in reworking the budget to accommodate a new technology initiative without exceeding our limits. I collaborated with teachers to determine what was most needed and proposed adjustments to non-essential spending. The changes allowed us to upgrade classroom tools while maintaining other critical programs. I've also managed smaller budgets for after-school activities, ensuring funds were tracked and used efficiently. These experiences taught me the importance of being thorough and transparent when handling finances to meet the needs of the school community. Question number 11. How would you improve school culture and safety? To answer this question well, focus on actionable strategies that show you understand both the big picture and day-to-day realities of school life. Be clear about how you would involve staff, students, and families, and highlight a proactive approach to addressing both culture and safety. Keep your tone positive and practical. To improve school culture, I would start by building strong relationships with staff, students, and families. I believe a positive school culture comes from clear communication, mutual respect, and creating a sense of belonging for everyone. I'd work with teachers to ensure we're recognizing student achievements, not just academically, but in other areas like leadership and community involvement. I'd also encourage more opportunities for student voice, like forums or surveys, to make sure they feel heard and valued. When it comes to safety, I'd make sure our policies are clear and consistently applied. I'd work with staff to identify any gaps in current safety practices, such as supervision during transitions or emergency preparedness. I'd also focus on preventative measures, like strengthening anti-bullying programs and providing training for staff on de-escalating situations. My goal would be to create an environment where everyone feels safe and supported. Question number 12. Why do you want to transition from teaching to administration? When answering this question, focus on your desire to make a broader impact on the school community, share how your teaching experience has prepared you for leadership, and express enthusiasm for helping both students and teachers succeed. Be sincere and clear about your motivations. I've loved being a teacher and working directly with students every day, but I've realized I want to have a bigger impact. As an assistant principal, I'd have the opportunity to support not just students in one classroom, but across the school. I've seen firsthand how leadership decisions affect teachers and students, and I want to be a part of making choices that help the school community thrive. My teaching experience has given me a strong understanding of what both teachers and students need to succeed, and I'm excited about stepping into a role where I can help create a positive, supportive environment for everyone. Transitioning into administration feels like the right way for me to grow and contribute in a new and meaningful way. Now, before we continue, check out these awesome videos. I have posted the links to them in the description below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more great videos posted every single week. Question number 13. What is your management style? When answering this question, focus on being authentic and practical. Share an approach that aligns with leadership qualities, teamwork, and problem solving. Highlight examples that show how you work with staff, students, and parents. Avoid jargon or overused phrases. Be clear and relatable. My management style is collaborative and supportive. I believe in building strong relationships with teachers, staff, and students by being approachable and actively listening to their needs. I work hard to create a positive and productive environment where everyone feels valued and heard. For example, when dealing with a new curriculum change at my previous school, I worked closely with teachers to understand their challenges and helped find solutions that made the transition smoother. I also like to set clear expectations and follow up to ensure that goals are being met, but I'm always open to feedback and flexible when needed. I think this balance helps foster trust and encourages teamwork. Question number 14. How would you handle resistance to change from teachers? To answer this question well, focus on showing your understanding of why teachers might resist change and explain how you would approach the situation with empathy and collaboration. Highlight specific actions you would take to build trust, listen to concerns, and support the teachers through the change. Resistance to change often comes from a place of uncertainty or feeling unheard. I would start by having open conversations with the teachers involved to understand their concerns. I'd ask questions to learn what's behind the resistance, whether it's a lack of clarity, time, or resources. Once I understand their perspective, I'd work with them to address those concerns. Whether it's providing more training, breaking the change into smaller steps, or showing how it will benefit both them and the students. I believe in leading by example, so I'd make myself available to support them through the process and celebrate small wins to build confidence. If there's an opportunity to involve teachers in shaping how the change is implemented, I'd encourage their input to give them a sense of ownership. My goal would always be to ensure they feel supported, not pressured. Question number 15. What experience do you have making presentations to large groups? To answer this question, be specific about your experience presenting to large groups. Mention the audience type, teachers, parents, students, or staff, and the purpose of the presentation. Share a brief example to demonstrate your skills, focusing on how you engaged the audience and achieved your goal. Keep it clear and focused on how this experience is relevant to an assistant principal role. I've had several opportunities to present to large groups in my current role. For example, I've led professional development sessions for teachers during in-service days, where I explain new instructional strategies and guided discussions on improving student engagement. I also presented at a parent night to explain changes to our school's curriculum, ensuring I use clear language and encouraged questions to keep parents involved. My approach is to keep the information organized, use visuals when needed, and engage the audience with questions or discussions. These experiences have taught me how to communicate effectively with different groups, which I know is an important part of being an assistant principal. Question number 16. How do you track progress and define success for yourself and your school? Focus on specific methods you use to track progress and measure success, both for yourself and your school. Include examples of tools, strategies, or metrics that you rely on. Show that you value both data-driven and qualitative measures. Keep the tone practical and relatable. To track progress and measure success, I rely on a mix of data and regular conversations with staff, students, and families. For the school, I review key metrics like attendance, standardized test scores, and discipline referrals. I also make it a point to observe classrooms and get feedback directly from teachers about how they're feeling and how their students are doing. For myself, I set clear goals, like improving teacher retention or increasing parent engagement, and I check in regularly to see if I'm on track. Success to me isn't just about numbers improving, it's about seeing a positive atmosphere in the school, students who feel supported, and teachers who feel valued. If I notice something is off, I adjust and ask for input from the team to make sure we're all working toward the same goals. Question number 17. How do you stay organized and prioritize your time in a demanding role? When asked how you stay organized and prioritize your time, focus on sharing specific strategies and tools you use to manage tasks effectively. Highlight your ability to balance responsibilities, adjust to unexpected challenges, and ensure the most critical needs are met. Avoid vague statements. Instead, provide clear examples that show how you handle the demands of the role. In a demanding role like this, I rely on a combination of planning and flexibility to stay organized. At the start of each week, I create a list of key priorities based on the school's goals and any pressing needs. I break these down into daily tasks and block out time for them on my calendar. I also build in time to handle unexpected issues, which I know come up often in this role. Communication plays a big part too. I make sure to touch base with staff regularly so I'm aware of their needs and can adjust my priorities if something urgent comes up. Staying organized for me is about focusing on what will have the biggest impact, using my time wisely, and staying responsive to what's happening in the school each day. Question number 18. Describe your experience. Evaluating teachers and providing appropriate recommendations for continued development. To answer this question, focus on explaining your process for evaluating teachers, the tools or methods you use, and how you deliver feedback. Emphasize collaboration and your commitment to supporting teacher growth. Use a specific example to show your experience and how your recommendations have helped teachers improve. In the following example, I have used a random job role. Don't forget to customize this answer with your own personal experience and qualifications. In my experience evaluating teachers, I focus on being supportive and clear. I usually start by observing the teacher in the classroom, taking notes on their strengths and areas for improvement. After the observation, I meet with the teacher to discuss what I noticed. I make sure to highlight what they're doing well before we talk about areas they can grow in. I also ask them about their own goals or challenges so we can work together on a plan. For example, I once worked with a teacher who was struggling to engage students during lessons. After observing her class, I recommended a few strategies, like incorporating more group activities and open-ended questions. I also connected her with a mentor teacher who was great at student engagement. Over the next few months, I saw real progress in her classroom. My goal is always to build trust and help teachers feel supported while they grow. Question number 19. Where do you see yourself professionally in 5 years? To answer this question well, focus on showing commitment to the role and education. Be realistic and connect your goals to the position you're interviewing for. Mention your desire to grow professionally in a way that aligns with the school's vision. Avoid sounding overly ambitious or vague. Keep it grounded and clear. In 5 years, I see myself continuing to grow as a leader in education. My goal is to build strong relationships with teachers, students, and parents while supporting the school's mission. I hope to have a greater impact on curriculum planning, teacher development, and creating a positive learning environment. Whether I'm still an assistant principal or have taken on a new leadership role, I want to look back and see that I've made a difference in the success of the students and the school as a whole. Question number 20. What questions do you have for us? To answer this question, ask thoughtful questions that show your genuine interest in the school, its goals, and the assistant principal role. Avoid asking questions about things you could have easily researched. Focus on questions that help you understand the school culture, expectations for the role, or how you can contribute effectively. I do have a few questions. What do you see as the biggest challenges facing the school this year, and how do you think the assistant principal can help address them? I'd also like to know how you define success for this role. Are there any specific goals or initiatives you would like me to prioritize in the first year? Lastly, can you tell me more about how the leadership team works together to support teachers and students? These answers will give me a clearer picture of how I can contribute effectively to the school and its mission. And finally, here's the final question. Question number 21. Is there anything else you would like us to know? This question is an opportunity to leave a lasting impression and reinforce your suitability for the role. Use it to summarize your strengths, share any relevant information that didn't come up earlier, or express your enthusiasm for the position. Be confident, concise, and genuine in your response. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about me and my approach as an educator and leader. I want to emphasize how much I value the chance to work with your team and contribute to the success of your school community. I believe my experience in fostering a positive school culture and supporting teachers aligns with your goals. I'm passionate about making a difference for students and helping them grow academically and personally. If there's anything else you'd like to ask or discuss, I'd be happy to do so. I look forward to the possibility of working together and contributing to your school's continued success. If you want to learn more on how to land jobs and reach your career goals, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button to get new videos every single week. Also, don't forget to hit that like button because that motivates me to keep doing what I do. Stay safe, keep smiling, and good luck.